Good meowing, everybody, and welcome back to VG Myths, the online internet video game TV show that promises there are absolutely no more cat puns. A couple years ago, we did a jumpless run of Super Mario 3D World, which, with the recent Switch port, now features a short extra campaign. And since I'll never hear the end of it if I don't do it now, can you beat Bowser's Fury without jumping? For the purposes of this run, a jump is any height-gaining action performed with the jump button while grounded. That includes any of the obvious variations, such as spin jumps and side flips, as well as jumping at the surface of water and jumping while controlling Plessy. All mid-air actions are allowed, including abilities such as wall jumps, pole jumps, and holding the jump button for extra bounce height. With that settled, it's time to tick Bowser off. As the game begins, you're immediately confronted with a jump tutorial. Mission failed, haha lol JK. In 3D World proper, the solution would be to summon a co-op partner, but in Bowser's Fury, co-op simply does not exist until after meeting the other player character. But believe it or not, we actually have one more move in our moveset that did not exist in the original release of 3D World. The mid-air dive seen in Super Mario Odyssey, performed with identical button inputs. Combining wall jumps with the mid-air dive, we're just barely able to scale these first couple ledges. Once atop the ship, climb the mast, fall onto the railing, then make your way to the ship's far end, along the way summoning Bowser, who will begin raining down fire. Just ignore him and use the ramp at the ship's exit to wall jump onto the next railing. From here, you can repeat a couple more wall jump dive rolls onto the grassy area just below the game's first cat shine. It looks like there's no more path forward, and that's theoretically correct under the assumption the laws of physics exist. Luckily, that is never a safe assumption. The rocky ground at the foot of this pillar has a particular shape to it, which makes the game a little less than perfect at calculating Mario's movement. Run around in just the right way, and Mario will be catapulted a short distance into the air. Combine this with 2 wall jumps and a final dive, and you'll arrive on the platform directly below the cat shine, which just so happens to be about 1 inch above our head. Mission failed, haha lol, not JK. Yeah, seriously, we can cheese our way all the way directly below the cat shine, but from there, we haven't found a reliable method to close the extra inch of distance. We drop too quickly when doing wall jump dives, and the pedestal below the cat shine doesn't seem to launch Mario up no matter how we walk on it. Somebody in the Strem chat even had the brilliant idea to constantly spam save and load here to collect coins over and over. At 100 coins, the game normally spawns a random power-up, but turns out there's a special exception during the tutorial that seemingly only exists to prevent jumpless runs from being possible. The Super Mushroom is the only power-up available, which gives Mario the incredible superpower of being his ordinary, boring self. With all known options exhausted, we're admitting defeat and turning this into a minimalist run, attempting to beat the game with as few jumps as possible. With the jump counter incremented to 1, we grab our first cat shine and open up the first area of the hub world. Now we can finally unite with player number 2, Budger. In ridiculous good news, the Koopa Clown Car allows Budger to fly around totally freely without jumping. The downside, and only reason this run has any challenge at all whatsoever, is he can't grab cat shines himself. But we can use him to murder everybody in sight and grab power-ups, including our old cheese, Cat. Now that we're finally Cat, we can grab onto and climb around walls while in midair, drastically increasing our platforming potential. And if that doesn't get you where you need to go, Budger has one more special ability: having his face stomped in. Mario is just as capable of bouncing on Budger as any enemy. And since Budger is capable of flying, with just the right positioning, you can increase your jumpless platforming capabilities beyond any reasonable limit. Of course, not all platforming challenges are kind enough to take place near walls, and for most cat shines, we're gonna need to gain some height. But as long as there's a drop-off ledge nearby, we've still got another option. First, press and hold the jump button at a time when a jump can't be triggered, such as when in midair or in a pause menu. Then, position Budger directly below the ledge. Drop on Budger and we'll get maximum bounce height. Since we can do this at almost any ledge, this is the closest thing to a de facto jump we've got, so it'll become second nature over the course of the playthrough. With the basics of a moveset in place, we can start focusing on our main goal, collecting 50 total cat shines. Luckily, a large chunk of these can be obtained with almost no movement whatsoever, using the dev-intended strategy of sitting back and drinking a latte. As you collect shines, you'll periodically unlock Fury Bowser boss battles, which can be entered by touching any Gigabell. The first Gigabell is a bit out of the way, but can be reached by floating down from the nearby lighthouse with the Raccoon Leaf. It's worth noting this drop-off trick allows us to grab several cat shines over the course of the playthrough, so keep it in mind. The battles themselves are all almost entirely identical and incredibly easy even without jumping. Gigabells respawn infinitely, and Bowser can be damaged with cat swipes. After each of these battles, more of the game map will be uncovered, granting access to more shines, so it's recommended you do them ASAP. Additionally, after the first battle, you unlock Plessy, who effectively acts as yet one more addition to our moveset. While Plessy's jumps are banned, dismounting catapults us into the air, giving us one more extra hide option, albeit one only usable in areas accessible from the water's surface. But even with all this movement potential, some shines are still out of our reach. One good example, which locks multiple other shines behind it, is the first shine in Claw Swipe Coliseum. You're locked into a square arena to fight Boom Boom. Budger can murder Boom Boom no problem, but afterward, we're completely stuck, since there are no ledges to bounce from, leaving us pathetically stuck below the shine. There are also a bunch of shines that are doable, but use a bit more finagling than our basic movement. This shine, hovering in the middle of the water, wants us to jump off a moving ice flow. Rather than exerting any effort, take Plessy to where the ice flow spawns, grab a latte, and enjoy the ride until reaching the shine. There's a battle arena in the lake similar to the one with Boom Boom earlier, which locks us in without any ledges to walk off. This time, however, we've got some toys to play with. Similar to the catapult launch in the tutorial, if we walk off the ground pound button in just the right way, we'll briefly go airborne. Combine this with precise budger placement to reach the blocks on the far side, where you can now easily grab the shine. This shine is past a ramp that only appears in Fury mode. Unfortunately, even with the ramp, you can't make the jump without actually pressing the jump button. Even so, there's nothing stopping you from letting Plessy drown and walking across the tar, using power-ups to refresh your health along the way. Every main island features one shine given for collecting all 5 cat coins. While the idea of collecting them all yourself may seem daunting, Budger is also fully capable of grabbing them, and he can fly a ridiculous distance. Like, seriously, look at this. The kid is gonna be amazing in speedrun tech. Almost every single cat coin shine in the game is yours, free of charge, no platforming necessary. I also found out a very weird quirk which lets us get at least one shine that would otherwise be impossible. For whatever reason, when Budger ground pounds a jump pad, and only when Budger ground pounds a jump pad, it will activate and launch us into the air. This makes absolutely no sense, and serves absolutely no gameplay purpose whatsoever, other than, apparently, throwing jumpless players a bone. Once you reach 47 cat shines, Bowser's Fury will reach its maximum limit. You'll have to obtain the last 3 shines in permanent Fury mode. If someone were smart and not bad at video games, they'd have seen this coming and left 3 easy shines laying around. But I unfortunately am neither of those things and have to do it the hard way while under literal fire from a hopefully figurative Godslayer. I'd previously abandoned the propeller tower as unclimbable for obvious reasons, but after some experimenting, managed to find a way to grab a propeller hat. Find some propeller blocks attached to a wall, then climb onto the wall as a cat and slide under it. With the propeller hat on your head, just keep the jump button held down and you'll always automatically boost up when walking off a ledge. And turns out, coming here in permanent Fury mode wasn't that bad an idea. There are now extra platforms giving us more options for the climb. Here we grab the initial shine, a thankfully easy time trial shine, and finally the Fury block shine, which I somehow managed to miss for aforementioned reasons. In the final battle against Vanilla Fury Bowser, you can hit the bells from at least one of the ramps without jumping. Just do a few laps around the course until Fury Bowser is thoroughly de-furied. With Budger's dad finally restored to the average amount of uncontrollable anger, the Bowser's Fury jumpless run is officially mission— oh, right, we jumped that one time back in the tutorial. Speaking of, if anybody's got any bright ideas, try them out and see if you're able to get the first cat shine jumpless, and let me know if you do. We're only one jump away from making this an actual completed jumpless run, and I know there's gotta be some trick out there that can make it happen. Special thanks to all Patreon backers, including all the bugs Yugi has killed: Andrew Seibert, Anon42, RB Drox, On Zero, Leslam, Chris Nate, Alexander Botkin, Anu Akrira, David 20 Covers, Vincent Hall, Lady Ashley, Alex Nelson, Lively Leader, The Quacky Gamer, Luminescent Dragon, Jay Snilgis, Baxoid, Praetor, Faith, Rory Kelly, Lane Robert Leishman, Liddy Kitty, Jace Harsh, Crustacean Creep, Queen Sapphire, Plum Sweater, Cam the Can 1, Nathaniel Kalita, Procrastinating Destiny, Epic Evan 921, Alex Likes to Eat, Yield 4, and Ace of Hearts, Random Goy, Misfunctional, Xander Kozak, Celestial Cookie, 8-Bit Mischievous, That One Night 5, Alistair Echoes, What Happened to Whether We Wanted It or Not, We've Stepped into a War with the Cabal, So, Multicore, Aaron Bailey, The Green Scorpion, Game Champ says trans rights are human rights. Jorb, KK, Boomboxy, James Simon, John Miller, Curbsy50, Damian R. Yop Alonzo, Wave It, Platypoo115, Sands from Undertale, Star Captain Eli Shaba of Clan Ghost Bear, Brandon Jessup, Chronosanthium, Dwaro25, Blue Moon Von Idaho, Britface, The Nonchalant Nacho, Bragger Jester, Kid, Very Gucci, Blue Boo, Wispy Syrup, Riley Anderson, Arcombs, Robbie Cohnstrom, Neptunian Baby, What's That Noise, Salty Sweet, Slowest Game of Chess Abandoned, Open Game Available, Fabi, Officer Slard, Zithaggle. I'm Game Champ, and I say I'm bad at video games, but that is obviously a lie because I do some of the hardest gaming challenges. I love you, Game Champ. Sinique says hashtag Landback, Sulfuric Boss, Mars Becker, Zandragon, Eric Barron, Zero, Ivy Mackey, Fyra, Shadowfire638, Silktoid, Amy Cable, Amphison, Admiral Ampersand, Sylvie Winged Catgirl, a literal cat, Grand Nero, Handwitch watches Death Note, Colonel, I ate a tree frog. Help. Flip Chicken, Nora Hanna, Matthew Elliott, Handy Capable, Sound of Rain, Ryan Garvey, Milk Succubus Arcade. We're all about love, peace, and chicken grease in Izumo. Greg Campbell. Game Champ is awesome. She beat Pokemon without getting hit. Beam Animates. Charles Custer Gorad. The Insane One. Hi Game Champ, I discovered that I'm non-binary because of you, so have some money. Nicholas Rancher, Nathan Riddle. How much could a could chuck chuck if a could chuck would chuck could. Triple Superstar. His name isn't Budger, it's Kappa Junya. Do you know anything about Super Mario Suridi Warudo Parasu Fury Warudo Game of Champisan? Madrox 7, Chris Goggin. Fireblade 974, literally Judas, Drill C and Now I Only Want to Triumph. Let me know how much this video sucks and how to improve in the comments below. Now here's an actual cat purring. Her name is Millie. And get out of my house.